Hi, everybody. This is Stone Freeman from Your View here in New England, and we're excited today to chat with an executive director from the Rhode Island Interscholastic League. We are joined by Mike Lunney. Mike, first off, how we doing? Good to see you again.
Hey, good morning, Stone. Great to be with you again.
Yeah, this is exciting for sure. This is the third or fourth time that we've gotten the chance to talk, and I was thinking as I was preparing for this interview, before we go deep into what the interesting stuff that you want to talk about at the Interscholastic League. For my own curiosity, I'm curious, how would you describe what the executive director of the Interscholastic League does? What is or what does it mean to be the Interscholastic League's executive director?
So as the executive director, I work on behalf of our school principals, and the role of the office is, I guess, is probably the best place to start. We're a voluntary association of principals who pledge that they're going to follow the rules and regulations that they actually create. So my job in the role of the executive director is really just to get support our schools and our principals in running their athletic programs. It's a pretty comprehensive list of things that we do. I think we're most known for organizing and administering the championships, the tournaments that we run in 31 sports and activities. But we also do a lot of work with eligibility and rules clarifications for schools, coaches education, officials education. We support our athletic directors with their day-to-day responsibilities. So, our office and our staff, it's pretty much a beehive of activity throughout the year. But our mission and our goal from our office perspective is just to really support our schools and their mission to provide high school sports opportunities for student athletes.
That's excellent. One of your answers there that I think we should narrow in on a bit is kind of the organization of these postseason tournaments. They're, being from Rhode Island myself, they're pretty comprehensive, right? A lot of different venues have to be organized and where these are going to take place. But can you take us deeper into that process of organizing the postseason tournaments, maybe for something like basketball that's coming up here in the winter months?
Sure. So the facilities that we utilize, I mean, we try to make our championships as special as possible for our students. So we try to utilize college facilities and different venues that are really special for kids once they get to that level. But throughout the earlier rounds of the tournaments, we work with our member schools. A lot of times, high schools will host events and different things like that. But you know, our colleges work very closely with us. I mean, I think people know that we go to the Ryan Center at URI, which is a great facility for our kids to go to for basketball for boys and girls. And certainly Rhode Island College, CCRI in Warwick, Providence College, Roger Williams University. So we do a lot of work with that, with all of the colleges and universities. We've used in the past. So we just try to go to the best places. I don't want to miss anybody. Brown University has been really good to us as well. So all of those facilities are tremendous, and really gives it a special uniqueness when the kids get to that point in the season.
Yeah, is there something maybe to be said too about getting interscholastic league athletes on a college campus too? So getting them, not only just into any ordinary gym like you're kind of referring to, but getting them into the Ryan Center. I know before, I think the hockey championships have been at Schneider before, at PC. I've seen them there before, and different venues like you're discussing. But is there value to having student athletes playing at college campuses or on college campuses?
Sure, I think that every goal for every team is to get to that championship game. So I think it's just it's something that they look forward to and they shoot for. Obviously, not everyone gets there, but it's certainly special once they do. So again, we try to make those events as special as possible, and we thank all of those facilities for making them available to us, and really end seasons on a high note. So. This winter, especially is a little more challenge to that with COVID restrictions and different things there. But we're hoping that those opportunities are going to be there for us once we get there.
Yeah, that's excellent. One of the big topics in the Interscholastic League over the last couple months here in Rhode Island has been getting college, or rather high school athletes into the next level playing in college. Obviously, it's been highlighted, pretty extensively here in Rhode Island by Xavier Truss playing for Georgia and winning the national championship in football. But in your office, when you get to see any, former Rhode Island Interscholastic League athlete get to that next level, how much pride do you all take in that?
Well, we're proud of all of our athletes for sure, and whenever somebody gets to that level, I think it's great for our state. It's great for our schools. Um, Xavier obviously is just the next person in line in a high-profile situation, and we think it was just a tremendous accomplishment for him to be able to be on the field at a true national championship game and really come out on top. So, really proud of his efforts. But in the end, Stone, we've had a lot of athletes that have gone on to the next level. Our track program has been tremendous in sending kids to the next level. So it's not just at the Division I level, but certainly at Division I and II and III. But our mission really is about participation, and I think that's something that we stress all the time. That it's certainly great for kids to get to that next level. Or even beyond. We've had some people that have done that, and that's great for our state. But our mission at the high school level is really the experience that they get during their high school years that are just a once in a lifetime thing. And so we're proud of all of our athletes from the last kid on the bench all the way up to kids that make it to the professional level.
Yeah, that's great for sure. One of the other big topics, right, and fortunately for us, we didn't have to begin with this, which has been the common theme the last few times we've spoken to you, though. But we're still in the middle of a pandemic here. We're talking so much about planning different things and getting more student athletes involved and things of that nature. Are there any restrictions still that the Interscholastic League is kind of dealing with in terms of COVID and the pandemic and going into the winter months?
Well, I think the hot topic that's going on not only in our state but across the country is just again planning for the winter sports facilities. We're planning for a normal postseason with regard to our structure and planning. However, right now we're in this really strange time that we seem to be getting over the peak of the Omicron and the Delta variant surge, and things are projected to get better in the next few weeks. But right now, as of today, some of the college campuses are really not as accessible as they have been in the past to us. They're all working with us, and they're trying to project out what those tournaments will look like. So there's a little bit of an anxiety level from our office perspective in planning for these events, but we're pretty confident that all of our tournaments are going to go off as scheduled.
Yeah, that's really encouraging to hear. I know, a lot of people are doing this, but if you compare it to where the Interscholastic League was maybe, say, last year to now this year, obviously, and I don't want to speak for you, so I'll give you a chance to respond here, but I would assume, though, that you are in a better place than the decisions you and your staff had to make, say, at this time in 2021.
Right. I think with vaccinations that we didn't have last year, being inside, the amount of quarantines that were happening, the impact to teams and schedules and different things. I mean, we've certainly had an impact this winter that we hoped that wasn't going to be there. But with that in mind, this year I think we're in a better place. I think it could be a little bit more confusing place because I think that the protocols again continue to change and we continue to have to adapt to them. But our schools are doing a fantastic job, getting the season in. Getting the experience in, but it hasn't been easy this winter. I think we had a fantastic fall, almost as normal of a fall as we've had during the pandemic. But the winter, it turned a little bit worse, and we had to deal with some things that we weren't expecting. But I think we're getting over that hump now, and so we're hoping that by the time playoffs come, that we're going to be in a much better place.
Excellent. That's really good to hear. I do want to end with something that's more of lighthearted, something that we can end on a positive note. One of the things that has become a theme when the two of us get to talk is leadership opportunities for student athletes in the Rhode Island Interscholastic League. Can you give us a little bit of a peek behind that curtain? What are some of these opportunities that student athletes get to become a better leader when not only they're on the court, field, et cetera, but also just the opportunities the Interscholastic League gives these student athletes to become leaders?
Sure. So that's a focus that we have that goes beyond the values and the lessons that they learn while they're participating. But we also want to help cultivate that, especially among the younger kids. So we again during the pandemic we haven't been able to bring people together the way that we have in the past, but we do a series of events during the course of each year surrounding leadership. We partner with the Rhode Island Army National Guard and others, to get messaging out to them, give them some skills, some tools that they can use back at their schools that help them not only now for their high school years, but later in life. So, that's an important mission for us. I think that we want to go beyond just, participating in sports. I think we want to make sure that they learn life lessons that can set them up for life, even after high school.
Excellent, excellent. Well, Michael, thank you again for joining us this morning. I know it's always an encouraging time to get to talk to you and see what the Interscholastic League is up to. So thank you very much for joining us.
No, I appreciate it as always, Stone. Thank
Excellent.
you.
You can continue to follow the Interscholastic League right here on YourView. We have some great content that comes out from the likes of Deb Weinrich and Brendan McGare, who do great work for YourView, covering all odds and ends of the Rhode Island Interscholastic League. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. Have a great day.